So I'm sure the majority of y'all are familiar with Swamp Storiez. I feel like he is like the leading person in hood war stories, gang member stories, everything bunk. I mean, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But this guy has made a career off of the trauma of black folks. That's what I'm going to say. Be honest. He's like Trap La Ross, all these other people to me too. No disrespect to homie, but that's just the way I feel. You have no connection to these people, these stories or anything. It's literally just capitalizing off of you know, the hood or whatever. And hey, business is business. I can't be mad at any of that. But where things become a problem for me is where you like putting things on people that you don't really know and throwing people's faces in all kind of in these videos. I think it could be dangerous, right? Now, Swamp Storiez identity got released by like a photographer or something, I believe. And since then, I guess he's been on a press run or whatever. I don't know. But I saw him on No Jumper. I saw this clip right here we about to react to right now. And I just wanted to bring this to y'all because I thought it was super interesting. That's what I'll say. Just how he got his start. And you know, we just gonna let him tell his story. All right. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman, IB for the E. Man, golly, I don't know y'all. Remember that, and we back with another video. New video. Shout out all my good subs. Greatly appreciate y'all. You know it. You know it. So Swamp Storiez has been revealed. I would think this would be dangerous for someone like him, given the type of content that he does. Like, you're basically I won't say solving crimes, but you're like highlighting crimes and putting things on detectives' boards that might not have necessarily been there if you didn't do this little video. I'm sure Swamp Storiez is a place that law enforcement go just to see the skinny on niggas. I'm not even gonna lie. Can I say that for a fact? No, I can't. But it is what I believe. So him having his identity revealed is wild to me. I would feel a way about that. You know what I mean? But he on No Jumper doing it up, and here it go. You know what I'm saying? So if this is your first time to the channel, like and subscribe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me. If this is your first time to the channel, then you probably don't know why I say like and subscribe. Shame on you. But we gonna get straight into it, man. This was a good one, though. I low-key watched the whole clip before I reacted. I was like, ooh, I want to do this with the people. You know what I'm saying?
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and shout out to all my YouTube addicts out there because I'm bringing you guys some of the most intense lore imaginable. This is the first ever interview with formerly anonymous YouTube icon. Swamp Storiez is in the building.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling, dog?
I'm all right. A little nervous.
Yeah, I could tell. A little nervous. I thought you weren't showing up.
First interview ever.
Yeah.
First.
Look at this, bruh. This is the nigga who's telling all y'all hood stories in great detail. This is the man right here. He's like, I'm a little nervous. You should be. The hell?
Time face has ever been on the camera, so.
That's not true because you did all these YouTube videos.
With a mask.
None of those had the mask off?
Never.
Oh, okay. I thought that you did at one point or another. No. Okay, all with the mask. Damn. That's crazy, bro. So for those who don't know, how does it feel like having your identity kind of exposed to the world? We can go back and tell the whole story, but I just want to know how you're feeling in this moment.
I never wanted this to happen.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because of fear, but I just like separating doing gang documentaries from being a human being.
For obvious reasons.
But now it's kind of like intertwined.
That's weird because how do you separate what you do for a living, from being a human being. You're making these videos as a human being, whatever your name is, Jared or whatever, I don't know, but you're making these videos as a human. So what do you mean separate them? I'm pretty sure that you're not involved in any of these communities that you cover like that. So I feel like you pretty much separated anyway, but let's continue. I wouldn't want this either, though.
So there's nothing I can do about it. Might as well come on No Jumper.
Definitely. It's the year of, anonymous content creators getting exposed because George, also known as Grand Chat Wizard.
There might be, first and last interview, gang.
He also got exposed.
No idea who that is.
For real. See, I'm realizing as we sit here that I think you're going to be in on everything that I know about. He's basically like Academics' bestie. He runs the Academics TV accounts and stuff like that. But then Charlemagne or Rock Nation or whatever basically exposed him as being an Australian Asian man. And, they're trying to basically get him out the paint. So somehow they were able to expose him. But, okay, give me the gist of it. You grew up where?
San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so throughout your high school years and everything, were you super interested in hip hop? Were you really deep into the gang culture then? Or when did this start to creep in?
First, I was just into basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized I was white and I was like, it's not happening. Can't jump, can't move.
I feel that.
So let's make documentaries about blacks and their hood stories. What, bro? It's so funny. I love how, these people, again, I'm not trying to do too much on bro because I'm not mad at it. Honestly, it is what it is. Content is content, and there are millions of people who support this. So, what can I say? But I think it's so interesting, these people who come from tricycle riding and just regular life, the moment that they realize they can capitalize off of our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's always interesting to me. He said, I just like basketball, but then I realized I'm not black. That comment's wild itself. Like they're not hella white stars in the NBA. Bro, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Then you pivot to hood documentaries, gang. Like, come on, bruh. That's interesting to me. But let's continue, y'all.
So then, but I was always tapped into, what was going on in San Francisco. I never knew the other cities, but San Francisco, because I went to school with certain people who had beefs and whatever. So I was always curious about it. Why are they killing each other? These people.
And I resent people who hold that sort of thing.
These people. Pay attention to the verbiage too. I also thought that was something that stood out to me in this here. Listen to the verbiage. Why these people, you know what I mean? Are killing each other. That's, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy.
Against me, because it's you're telling me that there's organizations around the city that I live in and they're killing each other and I'm not supposed to be interested
and you're not
in
supposed
this?
to have any interest in it.
Right.
It's the ultimate, it's the peak of human evil is killing another human, and I'm supposed to just be like,
yeah, whatever.
You know what I mean?
Push away. And then it's even worse too, because it's they're creating art in real time about it.
Well, not only creating art, but posting that they did it after they did it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's you guys' duty to put a bow on the case and all that. Come on, bro. And this is what I have to say too, right? Let's go big real quick. This is what I gotta say too. Shame on all y'all niggas who do this. Because again, nigga like me be put in a weird position where it's yo, I do think that this is culture vulture-esque shit, right? But I mean, hey, if you guys are doing this kind of shit, you're doing the crimes, then you're talking about the crimes, you're putting it in songs, you're making posts about it on Instagram and shit, what is one to do? What's one to do? Y'all gotta get better. I think it's if you don't do this, maybe you don't get Swamp Storiez. And I know that's easier said than done. This is something that's been going on for years and years and years, right? But it's just come on, bro. And then y'all really be tight with niggas like this because he's putting all y'all pieces together. Again, I understand where they coming from too. Well, you not the cops, right? But I mean, why are you doing? Why you doing this shit, bro? You gonna slide on such and such and then put up, yeah, got them niggas. And I watched the cold ass documentary. I'm not gonna say who it was about or whatever, but I'm like, oh yeah, your ass is stupid, and you supposed to be right where you're at. Literally, y'all niggas do crimes and then go on Instagram and then be and Twitter and all kind of shit and be dropping hints. Like, come on, bro, life a game for y'all. Golly, bro.
To me, it's
And
the most
somehow
obvious
not
thing, yeah.
getting caught for it
Yeah.
in the Bay Area. I don't know about LA, but
No, for sure. I mean, like that's one thing that rap has kind of taught us is you can make a song and basically take credit for killing somebody, and unless there's like overwhelming evidence to go along with your admission, they're not really going to do anything about it.
yeah, I've got that going on right now. I got somebody who's
That's what rap has taught us. That you can claim a body, bro. This is what I mean, though. This is what I'm saying. This is the shit what I'm talking about, bro. Why niggas don't point out the positive in hip hop, bro? Like, why is the only thing that stick with y'all from this culture that we built the negative shit? Let's continue though, cause I could keep stopping this every second, cause it's crazy.
on my ass.
Really?
Yeah. I made a video. It was like a 12-minute video about some rapper from Vallejo. And I posted the thumbnail like before I dropped it. And I never ended up dropping it, but I posted the thumbnail. And the guy was like, if you drop that, I'm going to come put you on a t-shirt. And I was like, and mind you, he's wanted for like 2 murders, but like I know of like 3 others he's like a real dude. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. We'll get.
He said, bro's on the hook for 2 of them things, but I know 3 other ones. And this be my problem too. I've heard people speak about Swamp Storiez in the past. He's been doing this for a while. I've heard about people speak about Swamp Storiez in the past, and they say, yo, he must work with law enforcement or something because he be having too many details and he say shit that's not readily available to the public. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it was Lil Pete or somebody who was like, I think bro is working with law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, he put Lil Peep in some shit. He ain't had nothing to do with it. He like, I don't even know why homie threw me on there. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get
Table
to that.
Okay. So you're kind of interested in it, but obviously you're not trying to be a rapper or anything like that.
No.
Okay. How much YouTube were you consuming in high school?
None.
Okay.
Honestly, like I can tell you the story how I started Swamp Storiez.
At what age?
20.
20. So you're out of high school and
In college.
In college, okay.
Summertime. My buddy, I went to go stay the summer with my buddy. We got an Airbnb in Atlanta. And he was a YouTuber with Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, Davis, like that AMP group.
Okay.
So like I didn't even know who they were. This is 2021. And so he takes me to the AMP house, and like Agent had a house, and like I was like, whoa, these guys are lit. Like mansions, supercars, like all the shit. And I was
young.
like, I didn't know who they were. And I was like, how did they get all this money?
Right.
And mind you, like they had so many girls.
Really?
Like beautiful girls.
He's like, how are these blacks raking in this cash? He's like, the fuck? Something's got to be going on here.
I was at the house.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, why am I in college? Like these fuckers are like,
yeah,
you know? So then my buddy was like, yo, you should start YouTube. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he was like, well, what are you interested in? And I was like, gang shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it. Started.
So you were interested in the sense that you were like watching YouTube videos about gang shit?
No, never.
Okay.
Like my first video, which was all wrong, by the way.
That's just something to say now, gang shit. You hear him? He's like, well, what are you interested in? He said, I said gang shit. What does gang shit mean? Meanwhile, you don't watch gangs on YouTube. Right here, you haven't said anything about being involved with any gang members or anything. You said, hey, you went to school with certain people who was this, that, and the other, but they're not like your friends. You don't have any like connection to this world from what I'm hearing so far. You know what I mean? That's wild. Gang shit. Y'all crazy.
Like the whole premise of the video was incorrect.
And what one was that?
Yada versus Zay Bang beef.
Okay.
And like basically I got it all wrong, but I deleted it since. But it was just based off of like stories that people had told me from like high school and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put this together. And you know, like when it's just rumors and shit, like shit gets all mixed up. So it was wrong, but
like that feeling that you get when somebody starts telling you some crazy street shit and you're thinking like, I have to try to remember this, but then also like I can't really make a video using this information because this is just one person's perspective, and realistically I would need to hear these stories from like multiple different accounts and see like social media posts or stuff from the music or whatever to sort of like cement it and make me feel like it's real.
I mean, at this point I'm just going off articles.
Yeah.
Because like there's too much liability involved with like saying, well, I never say anyone did anything.
Right.
I just say it's rumored that they did it, or they said themselves, they alluded to the fact that they did it.
Right.
But I would never say somebody did it. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm just.
Because you don't know for a fact that someone did any of the stuff that you're saying besides the shit that is on record. That's why. That's why you say it's alleged or whatever. Because you know that shit bunk. You know that it's probably not right for you to be alleging bodies on niggas. Like for me, I don't know. But again, that be the dilemma for me in feeling a way about this type of content, because it's like mad people support this content, and if niggas ain't doing the shit that they doing, there is no content like this to be pushed, you know. But I don't know. It's still weird to me.
Gonna go off straight facts, you know, concrete facts that, yeah.
So okay, your first video, how long did it take you to make?
Dude, I had never used. I bought a microphone. I didn't know how to edit. I just did it myself. So it took like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it was like right when I was starting my junior year of college. So it took off though.
Yeah.
Like right away. 100K views. I was like, whoa.
And I probably saw it right when it came out, because at that time people forget that the internet in, what was it, 2020?
2021.
2021.
Summer 21, yeah.
It was still such early days on YouTube, whereas like now we're used to it, that like if anything really consequential happens, beef-wise, street-wise, whatever, Jake's on it, Flacco's on it, Traplo Ross on it. It's just like, it's hard to find stuff that hasn't already been used for content. But at that time, you could kind of make a video that's like, hey, the neighborhood Crips got beef with the Hoovers, and everybody would watch it just because there wasn't that much stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I remember like, so the first one was like SF. I think the second one was SF. And then the third one, I believe, was like SOB versus RBE or something like that. And that was like, you know, like that was a big time for really California. People say the Bay Area, but like the whole West Coast was in love with SOB RBE, and they just like fell apart out of nowhere.
Right.
So when I dropped that, I think that got like a ridiculous amount of views. And then I dropped a Sacramento one, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm dropping out of college. Like there's
really 5 videos in.
4 videos in.
And you probably, I mean, if they were averaging like at least a couple 100,000 views, you know, you probably just had made like your first 10 grand.
I made like 12 grand my first month.
Yeah.
And so I was like, why am I in college?
Yeah.
You know,
like the job that I'm working towards is not going to pay me 12 grand a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was no, like, I had no guarantee that this would work, but I just saw the vision. I was like, I'm going to make sure it works, you know?
Definitely. And so at that point, what does your life become? Because I know like there's a lot of people out there really successful, like Traplo Ross and Flacco, that they've got money coming in, they've got fame and clout, but realistically their lives are kind of dull. They're like sitting at a desk all day looking up information.
So like my college life was insane. I was living in Baton Rouge, which if people out there know, Baton Rouge is insane. Like good and bad. It's an insane place, at least during that time, COVID time. Like parties, it was nuts. So like my social life was completely full. And then I start the YouTube, and as you know, like you can't be a YouTuber part-time. Like it consumes your whole, even when you're not working, you're thinking about the next video or what I have to do next. So like it destroyed my social life. I will say that. Like, yeah, you just have to put everything else to the.
That's a fact for the good content creators. No cap. Niggas do be on that. Like, you thinking about what the next thing is to do. You know what I'm saying? You're always thinking about like your platform, your channel, how to do it up. You know what I'm saying? He telling the truth about that.
Side and just go in.
Yeah, like the idea of like, and that's why I find it so challenging to be like a solo YouTuber myself, is because it's like just the fact that I have like an interview or 2 per day makes it so difficult. Like even though that doesn't sound that bad, like 2 interviews, maybe 3 hours, it's like somehow just having that one thing in the middle of the day just makes it so difficult to do what you have to do in terms of like really getting into the zone and just grinding all day to put the information together.
Yeah.
So, okay, how do you sort of expand from out there? Like, how long did it take before you started to set your sights on maybe like bigger stories?
Bigger stories as in regionally?
Yeah, because you start to expand and tell like just sort of overall hip hop tales at a certain point, right?
Yeah, like at first it was just like the California gang beefs, which like I was.
Bro, shit is just gang beef, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all that his page is full of blacks and Mexicans too. But blacks are the overwhelming majority on the page. I seen a few hip hop stories or whatever, but that shit, just because it's a rapper or something, bro, you detailing crimes from gangs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about the hip hop aspect of any of that stuff. And like I said, when I went through homie page and shit, I was just thinking to myself like, damn fool, it's hella white criminals, right? And all these places is white criminals who do wild shit. But nobody want to report on that. I'm just saying. I started looking up all kind of shit. I'm finding all kind of crazy white murderers, and so I'm like, that's interesting. You don't want to make an in-depth analysis about that shit? But hey, it's his channel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make me a white killer channel.
I'm only really passionate about like the Bay Area ones, to be honest, because like that's where I'm from. Like I always found the LA ones to be a little, unless it involved like the Mexican gangs where it's like they chop someone's hands off or something. Like most of it is just like cuss squabbles and blood squabbles blood. It's like, okay, who cares? Like it's, you know, it's just like the same shit over and over where it's not really like life or death for them.
Right.
Whereas like the Bay stuff was like really like, this guy killed my cousin, so I'm gonna kill his cousin. And then it's like the back and forth personal stuff. But when I kind of got bored of that, I was like, yo, I kind of want to touch some more broad topics. And I just tried it. I can't remember the first one I did that was broad. I know I did Diddy, which was probably
That's your biggest one. I just looked at 7 million views. That's insane that you had.
It's
such
crazy.
A head start
I had a guy hit me up on Instagram, and he was like, yo, like Diddy's got like a crazy past that nobody knows about. And I was like, what?
And this is before it became like a huge news story. This is before
this is before he got indicted.
Oh, so that explains.
So this is like 2022 or 2023, and the guy's like, "Yo," he's like, "It's gonna sound crazy, but I paid him $2,500," and he was like, "I have an entire 50-page document I just built you a story." And I was like, he was like, but I'm not going to show it to you unless you give me $2,500. So I kind of like took that leap of faith and I just cash apped the guy.
Was this guy certified in any way? Like,
no,
you knew who he was?
It's a random account called like Rick S or something like that. Wow, I just like, I'm kind of a lick.
Damn, apparently, yeah.
So I just like cash apped it, and it worked out. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane. So like I wrote the whole script, did it, posted it out there. And at first it got like a couple million views. And then like he got indicted maybe 6 months later, and then it just exploded. Right. And everyone was like, yo, how did you know about all this shit?
Yo, that was the best $2,500 he ever spent, I bet. 7 million on that Diddy video. But that's Swamp Storiez, y'all. He seems like a regular white dude. It doesn't even seem like he's interested in the hood stuff. You heard him, LA stuff is just cuh killed cuh, blood killed blood. That's wild, but ain't none of that shit interesting if you ask me. But this the thing with these kind of people. They see the market. They see they could capitalize, and they do it. You know what I mean? They do it. This man sat up and let y'all know he ain't have no interest in hood shit at all. Telling his homie gang shit. But you not involved with no gang shit at all. You played basketball, but quit because you wasn't black. I don't know. But again, I ain't here to bash bro or anything like that. And I'm sure this interview is probably packed with some good shit because I like to hear content creator stories and how they got started and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's always dope to hear. You can see similarities from their stories to yours and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I be getting a lot of gems watching interviews with content creators, just how they maneuver and shit like that. So I'm sure it's probably a good interview. But he's a culture vulture, and so is Kiwi Head. So that was a conversation of the vultures game. I'm just keeping it all the way there. But shout out No Jumper for the clip, man. Shout out Kiwi Head and Swamp Stories. That was smooth. I can't wait to see the whole interview, though. I'm not even going to lie. But for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Again, that's Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. She working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything from views to viewer retention, thumbnails, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. But what I'd like y'all to do is comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think of this clip. Again, I thought it was interesting. I think he's a bit of a culture vulture. Even when he explains it right there, you see that he has no interest in hip hop, nothing. He said I played basketball and quit because I wasn't black. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.